Good evening, folks, and a hearty welcome to our drive-in theater. We have a wonderful evening's entertainment lined up for you, one that will provide several hours of pleasurable relaxation and diversion for you and your family. Did you fail to dress up for tonight's show? No tie, an old shirt and slacks, a house dress? Well, don't give it a thought. We're glad you came as you are. We just want you to enjoy yourselves. Don't forget to visit our refreshment center during the intermission or any time. You love the tasty array of snacks we have to offer. So will the youngsters. Everything is quality and so good. We hope you'll make this a weekly visit. Bring the family. Bring your friends. There are always wonderful new pictures to see, delightful snacks to nibble, a gay, pleasant evening for all. Oh, a word of caution. Don't drive over 10 miles an hour in the theater area for your safety's sake. And Mom or Pop, go with the kids when they leave the car. We hope you have a wonderful time. Come back soon.
Hi there. Saturday night, and we're back again after yet another week of copyright persecution. I mean, really, I'm just watching a movie with a few friends. Big deal? Apparently some people think it is. But I don't care. I'm not daunted. At least not yet. So, we got a couple of turkeys for you tonight. Real life, double feature, 1964, Portland. First, we've got The Slime People. Yeah, this one's, it's interesting. Director also starred in it, reportedly got no money for doing either directing or starring. So, what do you know about that? This was shot for a whopping $56,000. So we're talking scraping the barrel for some money there. According to the director, Robert Hutton, actually designing and making the Slime People costumes took over half of the film's entire budget. So how about that? Scenes of destruction that were caused by the fight with the Slime People. It's actually footage of the Hollywood Hills shortly after a wildfire swept through the area. We've got some scenes in a butcher shop and a freezer. Those were filmed in an actual butcher shop owned by the father-in-law of the actor Robert Hutton. The lead actress in this, Susan Hart, she was only given $35 to buy her own wardrobe. So, hey, pretty awesome with that. Well, who knows? The cheapness shows, but, you know, it's a fun film. It's 1964 in the drive-in. So, let's just get right on with The Slime People. And then we'll come back and I'll ramble for a minute or so, and then we'll have The Crawling Hand from 1963. All right. Let's go.
557 Tango. Need LA visibility reading. Can anyone read me? Over.
Santa Barbara control the Tango. Santa Barbara control the Tango. Do not attempt landing. Repeat, do not attempt landing at Los Angeles. Change course. Get out of LA immediately. Get out of LA area. Divert north. Get out of LA. Divert north.
Brother, this must be the granddaddy of all storms. Easy now. Hello? Anybody here? Come on, you guys, wake up! Operator! Seven 557 Tango. Come in, LA. Come in. Oh, where did you drop from?
I'm Professor Gelb. These are my daughters, Lisa and Bonnie.
Tom Gregory. Bonnie? Lisa?
Were you able to contact anyone on your plane radio?
I had Santa Barbara for a minute, but they died out. What's going on here?
Oh, get in, Mr. Gregory.
Oh, no, wait a minute. I gotta check my plane in.
Mr. Gregory, I'm sure you realize there's nobody here except us.
Mr. Gregory, will you please get in?
Well, at least take me to a phone. That one over there is out of order.
We'll go back to the laboratory, Lisa.
Will somebody please tell me what's happened?
Don't you really know?
No, I don't. Would you like to tell me?
Well, first the slime people came, and then the whole army came to fight them, and they lost. Then the slime men built a big wall, but before it got hardened, Los Angeles was evacuated, and everybody's gone but the slime men.
And,
us.
well, why are you here?
Oh, we were up in the hills at the cabin. At the time we heard about evacuating, the wall had closed up. So we're stuck. But Dad'll get us out. He's a science professor.
Well, that's about the way it happened. And you actually came through that, huh?
Well, I came through something rough, but it wasn't a solid wall.
Well, no, it's more like a dome. And it covers the top part of the city as well. Now, we've always known that there are fish in the ocean, haven't we?
Oh, no, wait. Would you kind of let me out right here?
Now, wait a minute. This is no joke. There are quite a few million people who wish it were. Look over there. But what we are faced with now is an invasion from a race of people who have lived right underneath our feet.
Professor, I know something has happened, but have you ever seen these slime people?
No, not yet.
Over there. Look at them. She's dead too. Seeing those men back there, I'm ready to believe. But slime men who build a dome around a city...
And you're the only one to get through.
Okay, but you've never seen them, right?
No.
Well, maybe we can. I'm a newscaster, sports mostly. Why don't we go down to the TV station? There's bound to be film on this.
Oh, you're that Tom Gregory.
How about it, Professor?
I think it's a splendid idea. Perhaps we may be able to get some additional data that'll be valuable to us.
I'll be darned. Sorry, Professor. I guess I didn't want to believe you. Here we are. The slime people. You wait here and I'll put the film on the projector.
Oh, Dad, why did all of this have to happen to us?
Now, Lisa, the important thing is to keep calm and not lose our heads. Now, let's watch this film and see if we can learn anything about their mysterious wall.
Here's the late bulletin. Ladies and gentlemen, 12 persons have been found murdered on and near the beaches tonight. All beach communities are being alerted. If you are in the beach area, do not leave your homes. As a special service, I'm informed now that we are setting up a remote unit on the spot. We'll bring you first-hand news of this tragedy. Stay tuned for future bulletins. We're at the scene. It's still another murder. It's like a nightmare here. The body of Mr. James Wenban, a young engineer, was found not 20 minutes ago on this spot. Is Miss Castillo here? Miss Castillo, can I speak to you, please? You witnessed this, didn't you?
Yes, from my window. I saw it. It was horrible.
Exactly what did you see?
That man, he got out of his car, and they came at him from the sewers.
What came at him?
The things, they killed him! And he screamed!
Miss Castillo. Miss Castillo? That was Miss Castillo, eyewitness to the latest murder. We'll stay by our unit to hear our mobile unit for further reports. You stay tuned to KTTV. Vince Williams signing off for now. The report of large monstrous creatures roaming about the fog of our city and committing mass murder has been confirmed. The military forces today evacuated all the beach areas. They are now engaged in hand-to-hand combat with the creatures at this very minute. It is believed that they are all within this area now, north of Santa Monica. However, residents of all areas are warned to stay indoors and barricade their homes. Do not attempt, according to authorities, to evacuate at this time. Stay in your homes. The fighting should be over by this morning. Stay indoors tonight. We've canceled all broadcasts to bring you information about the fighting. We've asked Dr. Timothy Brew to our studio tonight. He has seen the creatures and has been in consultation with the Army. Dr. Brew, we have late reports from several sources about these creatures, but you saw them. Are they from outer space? Are they animals? What are they?
I believe they are a form of animal life, but not from outer space.
Then where are they from?
The ones I saw came from underground, out of the sewers. The sewers? Yes. It's my theory, and one now held by the authorities, that these creatures have existed in the subterranean areas.
But why have they attacked us?
We have been doing extensive underground testing, new weapons and nuclear devices. I believe that this has seriously disturbed their former homes. They have been forced by us to seek shelter above ground. That is why we have fog.
But how do they make fog?
I really don't know, but one thing is certain. The ring of fog that they have thrown around and above the city is an attempt to permanently lower our temperature so that they can live forever above ground.
Dr. Bro, exactly what do these creatures look like?
They're large, huge, prehistoric, covered with scales and covered with slime.
The slime people. Excuse me, Doctor. I have a late bulletin here. We have a report that reinforcements have arrived to join the forces now fighting the slime people. More units are on their way across the country. Residents are warned not to leave their homes. Repeat, stay indoors until further notice. Our remote unit is now at the thickest point of the fog, not 200 feet from here. This area has been searched and reported clear of slime people, although the battle still rages north of the city. Casualties have been tremendous in these 2 days of fighting. A ring of men has now been set around the city at all points of the dome of fog. Here in the quiet area, the men are working trying to clear the area of the fog. It is believed that if we do clear the fog, the battle will be over. Meantime, planes are overhead, seeding the clouds and hoping that rain will clear the air. I hope I'm still visible in here. It can't be. It's hardened. The fog is hardened. Somebody get in here, quick. In there, quick, get everybody out. It's horrible. It's thickening. You saw it. There's a man in the fog. It's hardened. It's a solid wall in there. Colonel, can you tell me what's happening, sir?
Well, the fog seems to have turned to stone all around the city.
What about the Army?
They're on the other side of the wall now. They've been forced out completely. Looks as if the slime people have won for now. Oh, are you on television?
Yes, sir, we are, right there.
Well, here are official orders for complete evacuation immediately. All civilian and military personnel must leave the area. I repeat, all civilian and military personnel must leave the area. There are openings in the fog wall to the south and east, and we've set up emergency shelters on the other side. Of course, we will try to continue penetrating the fog wall after everybody is out.
Thank you, Colonel. That's it. Everybody evacuate to the south or east. Evacuate immediately.
Well, that's the way it all began. Oh, do you have any more?
Yeah, there's one more. After our money or Tom. They're not our problem now. Getting close to the dew point. You mean they'll be coming out soon? Well, let's get to Studio 1. It's got double doors. Hurry up.
Over there!
Am I glad to see you people? They're coming by the hundreds out there.
Tom, we don't have much time. They're breaking in the doors.
They must have seen me.
Come on, down here.
You got it. It's moving.
hold him?
Don't worry, honey. I just hope we keep getting power.
Incidentally, my name's Calvin Johnson. You can just call me Cal.
Oh, Professor Galbraith's son. My daughters, Lisa and Bonnie, and this is Tom Gregory.
All right.
Sir. Odds are getting mighty unfair out there. Sure glad I ran into you.
I guess we're all lucky to be in here.
Well, in the meantime, please be my guest.
Oh, come on, girl.
What are you doing?
We left some looters behind in the projection room. They're no friends of mine, but at least we can warn them. Listen to me. If you're still in there, look out. Barricade the doors. Get the seats up against them.
Shut up! Shut up!
Professor, would you mind sitting over there next to Bonnie? I'm going to try and get a message out.
Tom, I doubt very much whether anything will get through that dome. But there's no harm trying.
Cal, swing that monitor around this way, will you? Now, if our picture is getting through, we'll see it right there.
Are we going to be on television?
I hope so, Bonnie. Here. You'll hold that card right up the camera, okay? Cal, you can sit there on the arm right next to the professor. Now, just relax, and I'll switch on the camera. Oh, and that's all. Keep our fingers crossed, huh? Here we are. We're on. This is KTTV Studios in Hollywood. If you are receiving this signal, please contact authorities and us if at all possible.
There's nothing on the monitor. Does that mean they can't hear us?
They can't see us, that's for sure. You know, there's a slight chance they might pick up the audio. I'll give it a whirl anyway. This is KTTV Studios in Hollywood to Mount Wilson. We are being attacked by the slime people. They have us walled in the city. If you have any information about this wall, please contact us immediately.
If anybody's listening, this is no joke. I'm a Marine. I was fighting these slime people and was knocked out. I guess they thought I was dead and left me there. The slime people made a fog, and the fog turned to a wall. If anyone knows how to get through this thing, then I'm sure that there's a few other people just like us that still have hope.
Gee, Cal, you really fought with them?
You think anybody heard us?
Ah! What's wrong?
We're losing power fast.
Where's he going, Dad?
I think he's trying to conserve electricity.
Well, that'll last us through the night, I hope.
Dead. Nothing.
Yeah, I was hoping we could find out what was going on outside the dome.
Well, maybe Cal can help us. Cal, did you actually see the wall?
I saw it all right. 1 minute there was just a fog, and the next got thick and hard.
Well, did you touch it? Was it hot or cold or rough or smooth or what?
I didn't get close enough. The slime men were coming back, and all I saw was... Well, anyway, the fog kept coming in all around, and I didn't see anything else. That's when I came back here. I hid all last night, spent the day trying to find out if there's anybody else besides me that was alive in here.
Was there, besides us?
I ran across some looters and a couple of people that were going crazy trying to get out. And some that was so scared they wouldn't even talk to me.
Anyone else?
Not alive.
Well, I suggest that we try to get some rest. Tomorrow, Cal can take us to where he first saw the wall. Now, we'll get hold of every chemical we possibly can to try and see what penetrates it. There ought to be one.
Ought to be. There's got to be.
I'll take first watch.
There you are, Cal.
Cal?
Bonnie? Why aren't you sleeping like the others?
Couldn't sleep. Knowing those things are out there gives me the creep.
I know. But I'll warn you in plenty of time if anything happens. Now, you go on back with the others. We're going to have a big day tomorrow.
I'd rather stay with you. Don't you want me to?
Sure. But
Well, then it's all settled.
there is something I wanted to ask you. Did you have a boyfriend before all this happened?
I had lots of dates, but there was no one special.
Do you care?
No.
I was just wondering, your dad was acting kind of funny. Did he care that I came along?
He's just worried about getting us out of here. I'm sure he didn't mind. Wouldn't have left anybody out there.
Am I just anybody?
I don't think so. You're so brave. I mean, fighting and everything.
I didn't do any more than what my buddies would have done.
I don't think so.
Bonnie? Maybe I shouldn't have done that.
I don't know. I think I kind of liked it.
I want you to know one thing, though. I'm not the kind of guy that just goes around kissing any girl.
No.
I'm glad because, well, when we get out of here, I want to see a lot more of you. But right now, I've got a job to do.
I know.
Gee whiz. You know, as long as you're sitting here, I don't even want to think about slime people. You better get out of here. Right now. You hear?
Okay.
Bonnie? Good night.
Good night.
Professor? There's no sign of them anywhere outside.
Oh, is it cooler than yesterday?
I think it is. Does that mean that... Oh, no.
Yeah. They're trying to bring our temperature down to a constant dew point. And that way they'll be able to circulate on the surface both day and night.
I checked your station wagon, sir. It hasn't been touched. My car's there, too.
Good.
All right. Come on, my sleeping beauties. Up and at 'em. Here we go.
Oh, good morning, Tom.
Hi.
Good morning.
What do you suggest we do now, sir?
We'll have less time than we had yesterday. We've got to break that wall and get through in a matter of a few hours.
Lead the way.
Now, I've got a list of things here that we'll need. This, plus the chemicals that I'll get from the laboratory, will give us a start.
An awful lot, Dad. Can we get it all in one car?
We've got mine, too. It's in the garage.
I suggest that we divide up. That'll give us a chance to get this shopping done much quicker.
Good idea.
Cal, you take my station wagon. Find the nearest surplus store and get these items.
Yes, sir.
He'll need help with all that, Dad. I'll go with him.
All right, Bonnie. Take good care of it, Cal.
I will, sir. I promise. Come on, go, Bob.
Come on, honey. Here we go. Professor?
see, Tom, this wall that they've thrown around the city is evidently some sort of dome-like affair. Otherwise, we would have the military planes bombing us from above.
Have you any idea how they make it?
With some sort of machine or mechanism, they probably inject some element into a controlled air mass. Now, this combines chemically with an element in our atmosphere, probably nitrogen, thereby forming a solid compound. Oh, Lisa, you better pack enough food supplies for a couple of days.
Oh, right, Dad. You know, poor little Bonnie must just be famished.
Yeah. Oh, I'll get busy in the lab.
How about me making us some coffee? Where is it?
Right here.
You know, for someone strong enough to take all this, you're quite a gal.
And for someone who's trying to get us out of all of this, I think you should have more important things on your mind.
Now, that's asking for an awful lot. Penetrating that wall may prove to be a very valuable experiment. If anything like this ever happens again, the whole world will have the answer right at their fingertips.
You know what it's like being the daughter of a scientist?
Well, it's not dull. Here, let me help you.
Now take a left right here at this next corner, Tom. It's the shortcut we always take.
Right. Professor, was that wall anywhere near...
Look out!
We did our best, sir. We ran into a gang of people looting stores. They were getting too close, so we had to leave.
What? To the wall. We surveyed it from our house.
Hey, Tom.
Our best stop.
Tom Gregory, old chap.
Tom? Who's that?
Norman Tolliver. He's a great writer, but the biggest troublemaker I've ever known. Besides, I think he's a potential psycho.
I say, are you driving this old worn-out heap?
It goes, Tolliver.
Well, I suppose it'll have to do. Oh, would you mind assisting me with the only faithful old friend I have left in this world?
We'd better go, Tom.
Tolliver, have you heard of the slime people?
Of course. It's all a lot of nonsense. I've been right over there in my cabin all the time, and I haven't seen a one of them. Although I would like to, if they exist. I've decided to do a book exposing all the insanity that's going on around here.
Book? Sir, you stick around here and you'll have a lot of material. First hand.
I shall expose these idiots who run, these fools. Evacuation. If there are any beings, they're probably as harmless as ants.
He is.
Don't leave him, Tom.
Come on, Tolliver. I'll show you all the slime people you want to see. Get in.
I'll go along with you. If you're going downtown, I can gather some material. No, please give me my little love.
No. I'm afraid he's not on the list.
Tom? There it is. Somewhere in there is the wall.
All right. Gal, you stay here with the girls.
Tom, you bring the ropes and the weapons, and we'll go have a look at what our friends have built for us.
Crackpots at the wall.
Well, there's 6 degrees to go. Bonnie, you watch your meter. When it reaches dew point, have Gal fire a shot. Now, we'll give 2 tugs on the rope if we run into any trouble.
Better take this.
Thanks.
Dad, do you think that they'll be in there?
We're only going about 300 feet, just enough to find the wall. All right? Let's go. Breathe all right? Well, very interesting. Atmosphere seems normal. No lack of oxygen. No trace of poison gas. Keep an eye out for any movement, though.
And the slime men?
Yes.
It's only 2 degrees above where Dad made the line, Cal.
Keep watching, Larry.
Professor. I thought I saw something move down there.
Down there? No, I can't see anything. Let's move on.
It jerked a few times. Now it's pulling away. I'm gonna go and see what happens.
Cal, you can't. Dad told you to stay here.
Tom is probably in there, falling over his own feet, lying inundated in his own blood.
Wait a minute, Lisa!
Lisa! Bonnie! Fade this out, Oliver.
This is it, Tom. This is their wall. Now, Tom, will you open up those chemicals, please? Now, this is silicon. Apparently no affinity. Try the potassium. It's marked K.
There you are.
Careful, Tom. Something's coming. That's your department.
Tom, are you all right?
What the devil are you doing here?
What happened?
Bonnie, what's wrong?
I thought you signal you were in trouble, sir.
Well, we might as well start back. Nothing else we have to use. There are thousands of chemicals which we haven't used, of course. There must be something that'll penetrate that wall, but what?
Where is it, Dad?
Right there, dear. Let's get out of here. he got a license? Hey, kid. What do you think you're doing? Flying jet?
You realize the situation, sir.
Look, Professor, I've been through a war. I've seen people panic and run 100 times. Maybe 10 times they had a reason. The other 90, they were just stupid, crazed with idiotic fear. Or whichever is the case here, it'll still make a darn good book. I'm going to put you in it too, Professor. Hey, kid, drop me off anywhere here. I'm gonna hike to Jack the Beachcombers. I feel an inspiration to start right in. I'll open with you characters in the fog.
Drop Mr. Tolliver off.
This looks fine right here. Maybe they got a typewriter in this joint. So long, characters.
Why are we stopping here?
Neurotic or not, it's what he wants.
Tolliver! Come on, nobody's home.
Genius waits for no one. I'll break a window.
I've never seen anything like it. They're not human. They're monsters.
People. Lots of them.
Oh my gosh, we're out of gas.
Pull up in front of that butcher shop. We'll make a run for it.
Come on, back here's an open door.
Let's hope that'll hold him. See where this one goes, just in case. Just like the hero does. It's just a story. Die, you monster! You're not real!
Tom, don't leave him out there. You've got to help him. You can't.
Stop it, Lisa! Stop it!
You can't leave him out there with all those
Lisa! There's nothing we can do now.
Oh, we should be safe in here. It's a meat locker. Metal door back and front. It should hold them.
What difference does it make? We're locked in this refrigerator with those things out there. Will it freeze?
That's enough, Bonnie. Now, let's get one thing straight. Tolliver is dead. He had the same chance for safety that we all had. Is that understood? Fear killed Tolliver.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Me too.
All right. Now, if we expect to get out of here in one piece, it's going to take all the nerve we've got and then some.
Tom's right, girls. Now, I don't expect you to act as if nothing was happening, but you've got to keep calm.
All right. Come on, Barney.
Remember, keep cool.
They're good kids. They'll be all right now.
They're wonderful, both of them. Tom, you've got to come with me.
We've got to make some plans.
Ooh, what a smell. What is that stuff, Lisa?
It looks as though they were marinating meat.
Tom, did you notice any flashing or possible electrical field or any heat when you were in the plane?
No, unless you mean my own temperature when I almost took a fast dip into the ocean. I thought I was going swimming, it was so low. Of course, there is a bright side of it. The first chemicals you pick off the shelves just might do it.
Professor? I don't see any slime, man.
Tom, what did you say about your landing?
Well, the plane dove to the water. It almost touched it.
We can break their wall with sodium chloride. Tom already did it.
Well, what's sodium chloride?
Sodium chloride is table salt. You know, salt has to be the answer, because the dome cannot become solid for a good number of feet above the ocean. The spray from the salt water won't permit it. And that's how Tom got through.
Then why aren't the Navy subs coming in then?
They probably haven't stumbled onto it yet.
Is there enough salt here, Dad?
I hope.
You know, that plane was pretty well watered down. Now, why don't we find everything we can to make a vehicle?
But that'll take hours. And we'll still have to find a car. We can't just walk through Slime Men looking for more salt. Look, Monty, I know your father said not to go out. But darn it, it'll take them hours to make that thing. We need a real car. Something we could throw a salt-soaked sheet over and really get out of here. I want to go, buddy. I haven't done a darn thing to help. I'll find a car and bring it back.
I'll go with you.
No. You stay here. And don't tell them I've gone. They just come looking.
Well, why should I just sit here and not do anything either? Let me come, Cal. I can help you.
Okay. But you stay close to me all the time. We gotta stay over this way. Back there's the wall. You stay far away from it. Over there. We're in business.
Crazy kids walked right out.
Well, they must be near. It's only a minute since they left. Unless...
Oh, Tom, let's go and find them, please.
No, you stay here. You work in the car, both of you. It makes more sense that way. Honey, hand me that gun, huh? Take care of our girl.
Right. You be careful, Tom.
I will.
Bonnie! Bonnie!
Now, watch out! There's the land! Professor, open up! Open up!
Bonnie? Carol, where's Bonnie?
I don't know. She was right there with me, and then she was gone.
You didn't see any sign of Cal. She's not dead.
Oh, no. Not Bonnie.
I think they've taken her. Probably to try and lure us out in the open. As long as they keep her alive, they know we'll come out after her. Oh, where do you think you're going?
I'm going out there after her. I got her into this. Now I'll get her out. See this? They used it on us. I use it right back on them.
Get back here! Don't touch it, Tom. That's their secret. They're self-sealing.
What?
You mean a bullet makes a hole that closes up, is that right?
Basically, yes. That accounts for the cap on the lance. When they fight among themselves, the cap is removed. The lance is hollow, therefore the hole doesn't close.
Okay, now we know. You can sit around here and talk if you want to. but I'm going to go after Bonnie.
Well, you're not going to help her by getting yourself killed. Those servants are right outside that door. They'll get you in a minute.
Well, we just can't let them have her.
I'll bet they've got a headquarters nearby. Tom, I never forgive myself if anything happens to that child.
Oh, Dad.
I'll bring her back if I have to kill him with my bare hands.
Try the front door, Cal. It may be clear.
I don't care if it's clear or not. Let's go!
Oh, Tom, please be careful.
Dad! Let's get him out of here. Right. Still in it.
Cal, come here.
Feel all right?
I'm all right. Now look, we've got to find their trail. Footprints, slime, anything. Come on. Look at this.
Blonde hair. Bonnie's.
Yeah.
She's still alive.
Putting up quite a fight.
So we'll wait. Come on, let's go. That was close.
Let's get out of here.
Think we lost him?
Well, let's hope so. We learned a lesson, though.
About Vance? Do you think the professor's really right? I mean, about taking the cap off?
Oh, he'd better be. As far as I can see, there's no other way of fighting him. Nothing seems to stop him. Come on, let's find that trail again. Cave down there. This is probably where they first came up from underground.
Bonnie's gotta be here.
Well, there's only one way to find out. Cal, you climb that tree. Fire a couple of shots. We've got to make sure that they're far enough away from the entrance before we can get in.
Right. But what about you?
I'll go behind that rock. When the coast is clear, I'll come out. Don't you come down until then, understand?
Right, sir.
Okay, let's go. It's all clear. Let's go. See the footprints? This must be a main headquarters.
Let's hope Bonnie's here. Bonnie! Where are you?
Get me out of here, please!
We'll get in as close as we can. Hold on, honey. We'll be there in a minute.
Oh, I thought you'd never find me.
You're all right now. Something's coming. Get her out of here. Sure, honey. Look, Cal, if we run into any kind of trouble, grab the lance and get the cap off. Believe me, it works.
Great.
Now, let's get back to the others. Come on.
Look at that.
What is it?
Machine that makes the wall. It must be.
Don't be afraid, dear. It's if you're safe now. Don't cry, dear. You're all right.
They kept dragging me around. They grabbed me in the cave. They were all around. I couldn't get out.
Don't. We'll get out of everything all right. Now, don't be afraid anymore. Lisa, I think she'd feel better if you help her clean up a little bit.
Oh, I do too. Come on, let's pretty up the face, huh?
Oh, if we'd only evacuated with the others, none of this would have happened.
It's all my fault. Someday I'm going to make it up to her.
From now on, I want you to follow orders, okay?
Yes, sir.
Professor, we've already lost valuable time, but I think that we found their machine.
Machine that makes the wall? What did it look like? Were there any dials, any levers, anything we could reverse to break the wall?
The slime men were coming back, and we had to leave.
All I saw was a large, soft mass that came out of some kind of a machine. I've never seen anything like it before.
That means we'll have to rely on the salt.
Let's try it.
Wait a minute, Cal. How much salt do we have?
2 buckets of solution.
Well, they'll have to do. We haven't got much time.
No, we haven't. The slime people already have our temperature under control. That means that they can stay above Earth both day and night.
As long as we stay in here, we're just setting ducks.
Right. Now or never. Where is this salt?
Outside the door.
I'll round them up.
Come on, Lisa, Bonnie. We're going through that wall right now. You guys bring those buckets. Quiet now. The headquarters are right below us. Behind us is the wall.
All right, let's get to work. Girls, bring the salt solution over here.
What is all that noise?
The military trying to break through from the outside. Gal, did you bring the rags and sticks?
I got it.
All right, now make some of those sticks. Keep them well soaked in this solution and apply them to this area right here.
Right.
Professor, come here a minute.
What is it, Tom?
We're going down there and get their machine.
too much of a risk. Not right now. The cave was clear when we came up here. They're probably still trying to figure out where we took Bonnie. We'll try the salt first. If that doesn't work... No, there's not enough time. The machine is down there. Now, you know the odds of breaking through that wall with the 2 buckets of solution.
Dad, we've almost used half a pail.
We've only made a small dent. Yeah, but the odds have dropped. I'm going after the machine.
Tom, you can't.
Honey, I have to.
Cal, cover me from the ridge.
Cover you. I'm going with you.
No, you're not, and that's an order. You stay here and fire if you run into any trouble.
There's something I've been wanting to tell you.
Well, there are a lot of things I want to tell you. You'll have to wait till we get out of here.
All right.
Come on, Marine.
No sign of them yet. You know, you better let me go. You may run into trouble.
No, I'll be all right. I just need you here. Now, look, don't leave no matter what happens. Give me a chance to get down there, and then you signal that the coast is clear. You understand?
Yes, but...
No argument.
Right, sir.
Cal, do you think you'll be all right?
He can take care of himself.
But he's all alone.
We'd better get back to the wall, dear.
I think one of us should have gone down there to help him.
Get back! I'll take care of him.
Cal, that noise will probably bring more up. You know where their machine is?
Yes, sir. It's not far.
Let's go. We can't stay here any longer.
Follow me. Stand up. Take this.
Spear! Get the machine!
They're trying to freeze us into another wall.
The fog is lifting.
We broke the wall.
Turning back in the make. You know, the machine did control it.
Are you all right?
Sure. Look, fresh air is killing me.
The whole wall is gone.
We can get through now. Let's go.
We've made it. We're really safe.
Vance, am I glad that's over with?
You know what I'm going to do when we get home?
What's that?
Buy gallons and gallons of salt, save it for a foggy day.
Well, let's hope we never have to use it again, Ronnie. I hardly think so, but who knows? Perhaps there are other, even stranger creatures on the ground.
You're being a scientist again.
Well, it looks like the situation's well in hand.
Did you actually break this wall?
No, Professor Galbraith did, Colonel.
The General's waiting to see you. We'll need a full report. Will you please come with me?
With pleasure.
Well, there's the last of the wall.
Just the beginning for us.
Come on, let's get out of here.
So, did the cheapness show in that one, or what? You enjoy it? I did. But then again, I am a lover of fine cheese. So, yeah, good stuff. All right, next up we have The Crawling Hand. This one, compared to the last one, is a blockbuster with a whopping budget of $100,000. Undoubtedly, not much of that budget was spent on special effects for that. So you'll see when we get there. Not a lot to say about this one. Burt Reynolds actually screen tested twice for the role as of Paul Lawrence in this one, but I guess he was just so wooden that they didn't choose him. So imagine that. Burt Reynolds, fine actor. You'll notice a Joe Cranston with some writing credits in this movie. That's actually the father of Bryan Cranston. He's a pretty well-known actor nowadays. Yeah. So this one's pretty entertaining too. I like it. Hopefully you will as well. Let's just not screw around and get right on with The Crawling Hand.
Dr. Whiteberg, contact range officer. Paging system now secured for emergency use only. 46 hours, 20 minutes, 0 seconds.
Space Operations, Florida Division. Hold on. To the press. What do we tell them, Steve?
I'll tell you what to tell them. Tell him we sent our second man to the moon. Looks like he's not coming back either. Oh, I'm sorry, Donna. I should never have said that.
We can release no statement at this time.
Oxygen, calm down.
Mr. Curran would like a countdown on the oxygen. Every 15 seconds.
2 minutes, 30 seconds.
No contact for 9 full hours. Same thing all over again. Same thing all over again. Yet the whole rig's clicking like a dream.
2 minutes, 15 seconds.
We licked every problem. Put a man on the moon. No, we got him off. Everything worked fine. But Lockhart, what happened to him?
2 minutes, 0 seconds.
Mr. Curran's desk. Yes, sir. One moment. The White House.
No, not now. No.
1 minute, 45 seconds.
Mr. Curran feels certain that there's no hope for Captain Lockhart. Yes, sir.
30 seconds.
You all right?
1 minute.
How's our boss holding up? Berenger? As usual, he's not said a word. I wouldn't get too close to him if I were you. Oh? I was figuring on giving him a sedative.
Seconds.
Reggie?
Who is it?
He isn't over here.
We'll be in about 60 seconds. Well, we've done it your way twice.
Well, now, we don't pretend to know all the answers.
Apparently no one does.
For every frontier there's been
45
explored, men have
seconds.
died. We've only lost 2 men on the strangest frontier of all.
There are millions of people in this world, Dr. Weisberg, but there are only 4 men left who can handle the lunar rocket. We've lost 1/3 of the men we had. It's like a conveyor to oblivion.
Mr. Berenger,
30
the
seconds.
situation that happened to those first 2 men was not only duplicated, but widely exaggerated in their training. Those men did not have a mental crack-up. I'd stake my life on it.
There is no duplicate for the solitude of space. If those men could have looked in their viewing screens and seen 2, 3, or more sister ships
15
alongside out
seconds.
there, they wouldn't have panicked.
You heard those tapes? Those men did not panic.
10,
The next time we do
9,
it live.
8,
The remaining 4
7,
men in mass flight.
6,
Then
5,
they'll do it without me.
4,
The mass flight
3,
takes place next
2,
month.
We'll
1,
talk about it.
0. Oxygen depleted.
I'll see you in Washington tomorrow.
Steve, you think he knew about Don and Mel Lockhart? I don't know, Doc. If he did, I doubt if it'd make much difference. Steve, might as well write off 4 more men. I can't take much more of this, Doc. I wonder how he can justify it.
Oh, our boss, the Secretary of Space Operations. And that cabinet post entitles him to be a very daring man.
Oh, we gotta stop him, Doc.
All right, Steve, before you go see him tomorrow, stop by my office.
I don't get it. I just don't get it. The pattern is the same as before. Perfect takeoff. Clear contact all the way. Perfect landing. You heard Lockhart when he was on the lunar surface? Lift off from the moon. Perfect. 1 hour later, nothing. And we had him right here, Doc. If he wanted to talk to us, he didn't even have to push a lousy button.
Do you read me? Do you read me? X-20, approaching ionosphere. Someone, please come in. My God. X-20 to moon blast. Do you read me?
Lockhart, this is Moonblast. Current, Steve Current. Come in, X-20.
It's coming on again. My God! My God! Kill! Kill!
Doc, what's wrong with that man?
I don't know, Steve. This is Doc Weisberg. How long have you been without oxygen?
15, maybe 20 minutes.
Awesome. Why did you break contact?
Let me contact, please. Kill? No! No! No, don't! Steve, I can't make it. Lost control. Push red. Push the red.
Can't push that red button. It'll blow him.
Way off course. Can't make it. No, no. Something makes my heart 2,000 feet. Push the red. Something in. Push the red.
Why do you want us to push it? You can push it if you want to.
Won't let me. I can't move my arm. Chill. Chill. 165,000. Push the red. No more time.
What's his position? Where is he? In California.
Push the red. Kill. My God. My God. Steve, help me. Help me. The red. 70,000. Push it. My God. Steve, help me. Help me. Push the red. 70,000. Push it.
Now, that's one tape we don't want Donald to transcribe.
Don't worry, I'll take care of it. How can a man continue to function without oxygen for 20 minutes? Can't. Lockhart did. So we know something kept him functioning.
A substitute for oxygen?
I don't know, Steve. But ever since we lost Nelson, an idea's been buzzing around in my brain like a fly. A very persistent fly. After hearing Lockhart, the buzzing stopped. You know, I think I've hit on something. Want to hear it out with me?
Go ahead, have at it.
Well, I think what kept Lockhart going was life. An independent, vital force. Something living.
That's pretty wild, Doc.
Well, living covers a lot of territory, Steve. And I don't think Lockhart was alone on his return flight any more than Nelson was.
Oh, no.
I'm not talking about little green men. As a matter of fact, I may not talk at all unless I get some encouragement.
Oh, what do you need, a drink, man?
No. Time. And you're the one that can get Behringer to give it to me.
Time for what?
Time to prove that this force, this new life, was born on the X-20.
Go ahead.
I need you with me all the way, Steve.
I am with you.
What makes life? A certain particular combination of molecules, or carbon, or silicons, or nitrogen, or any number of these things. A certain temperature. Mix well. Call it what you will. But this mass, swirling together in tiny orbits, fuses these things into a precise energy relationship which we call life.
Now, wait a minute. What you're saying is that in space, life might mutate or even fully evolve in a matter of hours or even minutes.
What happens when we send a man up there? You see, Steve, we don't just send a man in a rocket. We send up living cells, molecules, bacteria, germs. We throw in radioactivity. We introduce all these to cosmic rays. Do we upset this balance? Do we start a cycle? Does a living cell from Earth romance a cosmic ray and give birth to an illegitimate monster who makes his nest in Lockhart and Nelson? Beginning to add up, isn't it? Perhaps it was weakening, maybe dying. Anything evolving so rapidly couldn't live very long. Well, Steve?
Quite a chunk.
I'll throw out the logic pills when you swallow it. This theory can't be measured by anything we already know.
Sounds like a good case.
I was hoping you'd say that.
Behringer won't. He won't go for a theory even if it's true.
Then lie to him, but buy me the time.
No dancing. No dancing. Not allowed. No dancing. No dancing. Not allowed. No rats. Not allowed.
Marta, how can you stand them? And you are going to be a nurse, Patsy? Well, what are you doing with them? Picked them up at the express office for Grandpa. They're for the lab at school. No, maybe your grandfather's a biology professor. And your boyfriend's a pre-med student. But My father's a sheriff and rat in the law don't move. Voila. No rats. Hey, you didn't bite. Hmm? When I said boyfriend. You mean Paul? Oh, then he isn't just a mutual interest in hives and chicken pox. He's very nice. But how did you hook him? Oh, I know a dozen girls who tried. The lone wolf, they call him. Oh, I'm not saying you're not stacked, but he's just not with it. Just good friends.
Eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow you die. You think I'm kidding, huh? Didn't you see that thing last night?
No, I didn't see anything.
Well, I phoned your father. Well, there was a fireball in the sky as big as a house. He didn't see it either.
Well, what do you think it was?
Didn't I tell you? Eat, drink, and be merry. Tomorrow you die.
And now for your local news here at Palms, California. The Traffic Commission has decided...
Hi. Hi, Paul. Come on, sit down beside me.
Come on, finish your milk. Let's get going.
Can I stop by my house?
What for? It's getting late.
I've got to pick up my bathing suit.
But I told you I'd meet you here. You said you'd have your suit with you.
I forgot it. I just can't get used to going swimming at Christmas time. Well, I can tell you one thing. What's that? It's for real. You sound like a married couple already.
Come on, finish your milk. Let's go.
Oh, all right. Okay. I've got to drop these at home for Grandpa anyhow.
Okay, let's get a move on. Bye, Patsy.
Goodbye, you two lovebirds.
Hey, Paul, what are they saying over at the school about that thing in the sky last night?
Nothing, what? Everybody said it was a meteor.
Huh.
Hey, come on. Don't tell me you're still scared of them flying saucers.
Eat, drink, and be merry.
Swinging this dance, gotta hit the scene. It's got the latest groove and it's real sweet. Have to heard about the bird, don't you?
Oh, that's you.
Hi. Look, picked it up for you at the express office.
Thank you.
Love you,
Thanks.
Grandpa. Gotta run.
Hello there, Mr. Farnstrom. I never will understand how you do it. What's that, sir?
It's 15 minutes past the last bell, and already you're off somewhere with my granddaughter.
Well, we have a system, sir. A secret system.
Secret. Oh, you keep things too much to yourself. In science, you must learn that you have to share, to work, to accept help.
Not me, Professor. When I make it, I'll make it on my own. All the way.
Oh, what did I tell you? Breaking the speed laws.
Going swimming. I'll be back in time to make dinner.
Swimming? Where is it you're going swimming?
That's our secret, sir. Our secret place.
You can't object to a little swimming, Grandpa.
Oh, that's the trouble. If you look at me like this, I can't object to anything you say.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Bye.
Got your suit?
Bye.
Bye. Bye. I wonder if they will contribute to science as much as you will.
I think I know now the secret of how to be successful with a woman.
You do? Tell me.
You have to be weak, pathetic, and they feel sorry for you.
Oh, I think you discovered it.
I know I have. I always wondered why some spindly little runts had the girls chasing after them. Because they felt sorry for them.
Of course. Oh, but you were fooling me. You're not weak.
Darn right. Now I've got you.
Oh, Paul. I guess I'm not like those other women. I don't like weak men at all.
Listen, will you once and for all give me a serious answer?
What about?
Are you going home to Sweden after the semester's over?
Why not? I only plan to come to California for a year. To see grandfather and go to an American school for a while. Nothing has come up to change my plans.
What do you mean? What about me?
No. I planned it would be a boy, too.
Why, you...
Don't come any closer. I'm nothing on.
Ah, Baker, you haven't had time to undress.
Maybe I didn't. But I have now.
Okay. You win. You know, I don't think your grandfather approves of me.
You're wrong. He considers you the best student in his class.
No, I meant as a member of the family. What do I have to do? Say it in Swedish?
Paul, what does it mean I'm stacked and you're not with it?
Stacked? Where'd you hear that?
Patsy! This afternoon.
She must have seen you in that suit.
Is something wrong?
Yeah. I'm having non-clinical thoughts.
Varför står inte vad du menar?
How do you say it in Swedish?
Say what?
Nothing. Let's hit the water.
You know something? American men marry much too young.
You know something? Because of Swedish girls like you.
But, Donna, I've called everywhere and haven't been able to find him. Didn't he say where he was going?
No, he was quite upset when he left. He banged on the typewriter for a while. He was in a mood.
I've got to talk to him right away. It's urgent.
When he acts like this, he wants to be alone.
Well, this is the one time he shouldn't be alone.
Doc, you've got me worried.
I didn't mean to scare you. This is a matter of the gravest importance.
I'll try.
I'll be here until I hear from you. Donna, everything all right?
Yes,
Bye.
Oh, that water was cold.
All right. Now.
Now what?
The answer.
Answer?
What's that?
What answer?
You gonna stay here?
Well, why should I do that?
So I can marry you, stupid.
Marry me? Oh, you! Ow! Take me away, please.
Sure, baby, sure. Marta, let me go back for it. I'll lock it in the trunk of the car.
No, I couldn't stand it. Let's go right to the sheriff. It's a murder.
No, not a murder. just got to trust me. If it's what I think it is, it could be very important for me. Please.
Oh, no, just take me away from him.
Put your hands up or I'll shoot.
Mrs. Hotchkiss, it's only me.
Paul, what are you doing here? You said you wouldn't be home until late.
Oh, I just remember this old pile of papers. I thought I'd come back and look something up.
Well, what'd you come in the back door for? You know how jumpy I am about noises in the house. I got Mr. Hotchkiss's old gun out. I thought they'd carry a burglar out of here tonight.
I'm sorry. I guess I just didn't think.
Well, it's a good thing I did. I was going to shoot and ask questions later. This thing's got a hair trigger, too. Well, as long as it's you, it's okay. How about some supper?
Oh, no, thanks.
I have some stew left over from last night. I could heat it up for you.
No, I found what I was looking for. I'm not hungry, really. I guess I'll just go up to my room if you don't mind. Thank you.
Good night.
Yes, Steve. It's positive. There is a reading. Oh. I said there was a positive reading. This may be all the evidence we need to convince Barron. Oh, really? Well, snap out of it, will you, Steve? Don't you understand? I'm giving you the
It's
ammunition.
too late, Doc.
What's that?
It's my resignation.
Oh, you talked to him.
No, not quite. He talked. He said either get on his wagon or get out. Well, I'm getting out.
Well, now, wait a minute. Tear it up, you don't need it. This is the gauge I've been telling you about. It measures the results of cosmic rays, or the presence of something associated...
What is the something, Doc?
Well, I don't know, but I did make a very important discovery about Elmer.
Has he got it?
Oh, very
Oh, how did he get it?
Oh, I see. You're not aware of Elmer. He's a very distinguished rat. He was a passenger on our last space probe before we launched our first manned rocket. In the beginning, we thought he was completely unaffected.
But he wasn't.
By no means. You see, he's in that cage alone because I can't trust him. I don't know when he'll turn on the other rats and kill them. Now, he can unlock an ordinary cage. That's why I had that padlock put on there. Everyone else around here seems to think that what he does is in the range of an exceptional rat's capabilities. But I don't. I think Elmer has thoughts. Like a human? Not necessarily.
Like there's something. The same something that was in our pilots.
Well, Steve, there's a possibility.
Jackson, you've been making this noise out here. Come on, get down. You know better than that. What is this doing out here? Oh, what a mess. That boy. He said he wasn't hungry, and then he comes downstairs and knocks these jars off of the shelf. The last time he'll get around here in my jelly, I'll tell you that. Cleaning up at this kid. God. Tomorrow. Why the shower curtain? Trouble waking me up in the middle of the night. I haven't had enough of it.
Give me the sheriff, quick.
Sheriff Townsend. Who? Paul. Paul Lawrence. Will you stop talking so fast I can't understand a word you're saying? And stop shouting. Yes? Mrs. Hotchkiss? Now, don't touch anything. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Now, look, Paul, I know how you feel, son, but I'll get there as fast as I can. Lawrence boy says she's been murdered. Try and raise the county coroner, Earl. And call my wife. Tell her I'm liable to be up all night. We'll have to make prints of the place.
Good thing, Dick.
Operator, I'd like to make a long-distance call, please. Never mind, operator. Sheriff.
Paul, where is she?
In her bedroom. I heard a shot. I ran down from my room. I found her like this.
No signs of a bullet. Did you hear anything else, like a door closing or somebody running?
No. No, nothing.
Looks like she's been strangled. You can see the marks on her throat. No doubt about it. Now tell me, boy, did you ever see this gun before?
It belongs to Mr. Hotchkiss. She told me that it had a hair trigger.
Yes, it probably fired when it fell off the table. Now, I know this is hard on you, boy, but anything you can remember will help. Anything at all. Now, you recall, did she leave any valuables around the house? Any sizable amounts of money?
She never mentioned it to me. Not that I know.
Well, that isn't the way rumor has it. That is, if you can believe my wife Edith. And you can't always do that. That'll probably be Earl.
I'll get the door.
That should do the trick. At least that's what my wife Edith says it usually does for her. 2 of those and a glass of warm milk and she's out like a light. We'll go over the routine questions in the morning. Now, Paul, just one other thing. Maybe you don't want to stay here in the house. I could drive you over to my house and we'll find you another place tomorrow.
No, I'll be all right. Don't worry about it.
Soap and water will take that ink off. You better go upstairs and try and get some sleep.
All through downstairs, Ben.
Think you got anything?
Yeah, most of the prints were pretty small. They seem to match the ones we got off the gun and the flashlight.
Woman's prints?
Yeah, I think so, but I can't tell you. Oh, there was one that might be interesting. Got it off a medallion she was wearing.
How soon can we get a report?
Well, I'll telephone a set of these to Washington and run a make on them here. We ought to know something in 5, 6 hours. What about the kid? Earl, I don't know. I don't like to guess on a case like this. I just don't understand why he wants to stay in the house. I should think he'd want to get as far away from here as possible. He's a medical student. He's used to being around dead bodies. I suppose. Now, come on. We've got a full night's work ahead of us.
Yeah, maybe we're lucky we'll get an hour's sleep, huh?
Operator, long distance, please. I'd like to call a Dr. Max Weitzberg in Washington, D.C. No, operator, I don't have the number. Listen, operator, this is an emergency. No, I'll hold on, okay? Weitzberg. W-E-I-T-Z. B-E-R-G. No, G. B-E-R-G.
Boy, I sure could use a beer.
Who couldn't, but we can't stop now.
Bet there's some in the kitchen.
Not me. Not here.
Not even for a nice, cool beer? Listen, whoever got hers probably hundreds of miles away by now. Just think of that long, tall, foamy brew.
Oh, you could talk a snake out of his skin. Okay, let's take a look. With my luck, she won't even have any.
Dames like her always keep beer around. I told you there'd be beer in the refrigerator.
Holy! Come here!
What's the matter?
What is it? I don't know, but I'm getting out of here.
Wait a minute, he might still be alive.
With a face like that and those marks on his throat? Listen, buddy, we were supposed to collect the dame, and that's all. This guy's on his own.
He is alive. Let's get him out of here. Get the other stretcher. Hurry it up.
Right on time. Did you get any sleep?
Oh, a little, not as much as I should have. How'd you do in the sleep car?
I'm all right, Steve.
This thing's got me bugged. This race for space. You know how I feel about Lockhart. We all feel. But it's more than just his loss. It could be the loss of the whole human race. Doc and I are in driver's seat.
I understand, Steve. What about Behringer?
What about him? He
excuse for me to get out of the office. I want to see him just now.
I'll do better than that. And Mr. Meidel of security called. I want you to see him as soon as possible. It sounded, in a very polite way, like an order.
Now, I wonder what he wants.
I have no idea.
Well, anyway, it's a good excuse for me to get out of here, isn't it? I'll tell you what. On the way down, I'll pick up Doc. Any crime I've committed, I'll see that he takes half the blame.
This print is quite distinctive. Notice the scar running directly through the loop. Makes it impossible to mistake. Now, the one on the left was telephoted last night from the sheriff's office at Palm, a small town in California.
So?
We just thought you'd be interested in the fact that this print belongs to a man connected with your department.
Who?
An astronaut by the name of Lockhart.
Well, that's very interesting, Mr. Meidel. Would you tell me what Lockhart was doing in California?
He's suspected of murdering a Mrs. Hotchkiss. Now, Mr. Curran, would you care to tell us where we can find Lockhart?
Well, to be perfectly honest with you, Mr. Meidel, I haven't seen Lockhart in over a week. But if I do get some information, I'll be sure to pass it on to you.
I see. Well, we leave it at that for the moment. Now, I know I don't have to warn you this is a police matter. Withholding information can be serious, even for a person of your position.
Well, I'm very much aware of that, Mr. Meidel. I don't want to get mixed up in your department along with my troubles, thank you.
Meidel. Okay, I'll be right there. If you'll excuse me, gentlemen, I'm going to have to leave you.
Oh, we can find the way out, thank you. Doc, would you mind telling me what that was all about?
I can't. I think we should stop it and see Barringer.
I always thought that fingerprints didn't lie. Now, we know Lockhart was in California.
We don't know anything of the kind, Steve. I got a call this morning at 4 o'clock from Palms, California. There was no one on the line.
Of course I don't believe it. Who could? And don't think I'm going to let some fantastic story about a ghost, fingerprints or no fingerprints, stop me from carrying out this project.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
I'm not waiting for anything. Look, when I took this job, I was given a goal and a time limit. And the time limit is just about run out.
Lee, I think we're forgetting the facts of the situation. I know it all may sound rather trivial with all your problems here, but the fact of the matter remains that a murder has been committed. And the prime suspect in this case happens to be one of our men.
That's right, Lee. I gathered from the attitude of Mr. Meidel of security that it won't be long before he applies real pressure right here. We may find ourselves right in the middle of an investigation.
However, you do have an alternative, Lee. When Meidel calls, you can gain time by simply stating that Lockhart had no authorization to be in California, and at the present time you haven't the slightest idea where he is. An absolutely true statement, one which you can't possibly be criticized for.
Steve and I could fly to Palms and investigate this ghost story. May hold up the project a couple of days. Practically nothing to lose.
Well, what do you say?
All right, you win. Go on, take off. Barringer speaking. Yes, Mr. Meidel.
Paul?
Sheriff.
You all right?
Sure.
Where have you been?
I just took a walk. I woke up. I guess this thing bothered me a little more than I thought. I just took a walk.
But you're filthy dirty. You're all sweaty. You must have walked awfully hard. Now, look, Paul, I'm here because an ambulance driver called me. He told me a strange kind of a story. Have you got anything to tell me?
No, sir.
All right, well, I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to stick close to the house.
I wouldn't go out at all if I were you. I don't care what you do, but stick close to the house. Do you understand?
Oh, why don't you just go ahead and arrest me and get it
There's
over
no charge
with?
against you, boy. Not yet. I suggest you go up and get some sleep. You've had a hard night.
I'm telling this really for you, Professor Farnstrom and Marta. I know you will both realize that it is the truth and that I am not out of my mind. You were right, Professor. I shouldn't keep things to myself. I tried to be a lone wolf, and I guess I wanted all the credit for myself. Marta and I were swimming, and up on the sand, we found something quite interesting. It was an arm. Just an arm. Had a strange covering. I guess right away it must have been from a spacesuit.
When does this thing arrive, Earl?
Why, what is it?
It's from Washington. We asked for a confirmation on those fingerprints at the Hotchkiss house. Well, they say they belong to a guy I never heard of, Lockhart.
Who?
Melvin Lockhart. Do you know a Melvin Lockhart? Anybody in this town by that name?
Never heard of one.
That isn't the half of it. They're moving in.
Who's moving in?
Washington. Great Caesar's ghost. Can you tell me why they went in on a case like this? A widow lady gets herself killed. A prime suspect. The only possible suspect I've got right here in my hands. I was going to make an arrest within a couple of hours.
Kid?
Certainly the kid. You know the way he's been acting. The only one could possibly have done it. Now they come up with a man named Lockhart. And they're taking over. Earl, I'll tell you what's happened. They've got so many fingerprints in Washington, they've got them all mixed up. Well, what's the use? We can't buck them, not yet. They also want to have us put a guard on the house. Nobody gets in.
Want me to go over and sit on the place?
Yeah, you better. And while you're there, keep an eye on young Lawrence. I suppose I should have picked him up long before this, but I just didn't want him to have a record until I was 100% sure. And then after those Washington boys get through fooling around, I'm afraid he's still going to be it. Now, I'd bet $100 on it.
Okay, I'll get right over there.
Right. Yes, what can I do for you?
Afternoon, Sheriff. I'm Steve Curran. This is Doc Weisberg, and we're from Washington, D.C.
Oh, well, you government boys really work fast. You got here in a hurry. Let me get you some coffee.
Oh, thank you, no. No, thanks.
Say, tell me, who's this man Lockhart?
Wait a minute, let's not get started off on the wrong foot here, Sheriff.
Yeah, I know. You ask the questions, I don't. Well, you boys are from the Bureau, aren't you?
Well, that's just it, Sheriff. We're from space operations.
Space? Space operation? Oh, now, wait a minute, boys. This is Palms, California. Population 2,306. A woman gets knocked off and...
We know all about that, Sheriff. We just want to ask you a few questions, is all. About this very man Lockhart. Has he been seen?
Well, now, I don't know who you boys are or why you're here. As far as I'm concerned, you've got no authority at all to ask me questions.
Now, wait a minute. We didn't come out here to get pushed
Steve,
around.
just a minute. Sheriff, as a matter of fact, all we want is your permission to go through the house.
Nobody goes through the house. Not till the boys from the Bureau get here. And I've got an armed guard that says nobody does.
Oh, we just talked to the sheriff.
Yeah, he called. Didn't change his mind, did he?
Nope.
Well, do you mind if we just look around outside? Nothing to see, but help yourself. Do you have any theories? Yeah, somebody killed her. That's my theory.
Well, Steve, I guess we might as well be on our way.
Doc, you notice they don't build houses like this anymore.
Oh, no, they sure don't, do they?
Well, we'll see you around.
See you later.
Yeah.
We gotta get done. We better get done fast. That cold fish gonna be around here any second.
Could you distinguish whether it was a man or a woman?
That was a pretty quick glance, Doc. I'm not sure.
Look, Steve.
Back tonight after dark. The back door will be unlocked. I have something important to tell you. Be careful of the deputy. No signature.
Well, I didn't have a date tonight, did you?
Well, looks like we both have now, doesn't it?
Paul, are you here? Paul.
What are you doing here? Get out.
Paul, are you all right? I read in the paper about poor Miss Hotchkiss. Such a terrible thing.
Never mind. Get out of here.
Paul, that thing on the beach. Just can't get it out of my mind. You told anyone about it?
No. Get out.
Why are you staying here? It's no good. You can come to our house.
Marta, please.
Marta, what are you doing here?
Harrison, get her out of this house. Just get her out.
You just get back to your room. There's no one allowed in here, Marty. You'll have to leave.
No, wait a minute. I have a right to see Paul. I'm a friend of his.
Get her out of this house.
Come on, Mother. Out. Come on.
And don't let her come back!
I didn't know she had any relatives back east at all. I know she used to speak of an uncle, but he was in England or someplace. Where'd you say you were from again?
Pennsylvania.
Oh, he's from New York.
And he's from Pennsylvania. We heard about the tragedy and flew out here.
I see. Well, here she is. You can take a look if you like. Really looks very well. Of course, we got the body quite soon after the crime. There weren't any marks except the ones on her throat. You know, sometimes in cases like this...
Yes, we know.
Looks very well, I think.
Yes, Steve. Yes.
What's he doing? What is that thing?
That wards off evil spirits.
I see.
There's absolutely no doubt. Thanks very much. We're satisfied.
And you're absolutely right. She looks very well.
Here.
Looks like we're alone.
Yeah.
Where our little friend is.
Oh, I think he was watching all right. He'll be down in a minute, don't worry.
Shh. We could only turn on a light.
You do, and that deputy'd be here in a second.
That's right. We gotta keep this flashlight with the windows down.
Steve, give me the light. Put it on the gauge.
What do you see?
Well, that's an indication. It's faint, but it's definite.
Yes, I see.
Steve, keep it up.
Well, what's it mean?
This is very strange. Well, there's a very strong reading right here on top of the shelf. Nothing above or below.
Now, that's ridiculous, Doc. A man could get up on that shelf. It would never hold him. Doesn't have to be a man.
Look, Carson.
Yeah. Well, perhaps we can trace the trail back to where it come from.
Keep the light on the gauge. Yes. Look. Strong. Look, Steve. It's going up the wall. Steve. It's on the ceiling.
Now, Doc, what man do you happen to know that walks on a ceiling?
Turn off the light.
All right, let him move first.
Hello. Hello. Come on, say something. Put the light on him.
Back into the house. Come on, back up.
What are you two doing back here?
Well, don't bother about us. Go after that maniac.
Well, now, you must have seen him. He ran right past you.
I don't know what you're talking about. Into the house. I'll call the sheriff.
Look, officer, you're wasting time. Go after that man.
Shut up and get back into the house.
But I...
All right, Doc. Nothing we can do about it right now.
stuff. Gibson, O'Neill. Oh, if I just get a D, I'll be happy. Do you understand it, Marta? What's the matter, pal? You collapsed? Hey, kid. That exam's tomorrow and you've got to pass. Well, you know they expect twice as much from foreign students.
Oh, I wasn't asleep. It's just that...
I know you're concerned about Paul. Oh, but he'll be okay.
Oh, Patsy. I just don't understand it. What's happened to him? It was terrible. He screamed at me. And why is he staying in that house?
Gee, I don't know. Pop hasn't said a word about it at home. There's no use me asking him. He just won't tell me anything about stuff like that.
They're keeping him a prisoner.
Well, he may be a suspect.
Paul didn't kill anyone. That I'm sure of.
Pop always says you can't be sure what anyone is going to do in certain circumstances.
He didn't kill anyone. I'm sure of that.
I thought it's perhaps time for a little rest and refreshment. You know, studying in such a furious pace without pause can be very exhausting.
I'm afraid that's not the case. At least not with me.
No? In any case, there are sandwiches and Coke, and I've made quite a tempting little snack.
Oh, you saw me, Professor. Lead the way.
And you, Martha?
Forgive me, Grandpa. I'm really not hungry. I haven't been studying. I'd better start, I'm afraid, if I don't want to flunk tomorrow.
Oh, well, as you wish. Patsy and I will have to eat extra portions then.
And I'm just the girl that can do it, too. Be back in a few minutes, pal.
Talk to you for a minute.
Yes, of course. Come inside. Oh, I've been so worried.
I know. Listen, I'm going away.
Away? When?
Now. Just as soon as I get rid of something that must be destroyed. I just couldn't go without saying goodbye first.
Paul, what's the matter? What are you afraid of? Tell me.
I can't. Just one thing I want to tell you. I didn't kill Mrs. Hotchkiss.
I know that, Paul. You couldn't have.
There are people who think I did. Sheriff Townsend.
What's the difference? If you didn't, everything will be all right. Grandfather will help you. He loves you very much, Paul.
Don't touch me. Listen. I can't explain it, but I'm all mixed up, and there's something terrible that's happened to me, and there's only one person that I could have relied on in this world, and I almost killed him a few minutes ago.
What do you mean?
Never mind, it would take too long to explain. I don't have the time. There are times when I'm all right, and then I'm not, and then when I'm myself and I'm not, and the periods when I'm myself are getting shorter and shorter. Do you understand?
No.
Well, then don't try. I gotta get out of here. Leave me alone.
No, Paul, I'm not gonna let you go. If you're ill, we'll help you. You can come and stay with us, and we'll take care of you until you're well. Listen, Paul, you remember when you asked me that question? Whether I was going back home after the summer was over? I was only teasing you. I never meant to go. I want to stay here. I want to be here with you. I love you, Paul.
No, you don't understand.
I won't let you run away.
No. No. No, get away from me!
Paul. Paul, what's the matter with you? What is it? What's the matter with you?
Sheriff, we're sorry. We should have listened to you. We had no idea the boy was so dangerous.
You two should have thought of that when you helped him escape. I'm booking both of them.
Be reasonable, man.
Look, if he does any harm to that Barnstrom girl, I'll show you how unreasonable I can be. Girl, take the shortcut down Payne Avenue. My daughter's at the Barnstrom place, too.
Paul's face. It's white. It's horrible. Just an arm lying in the sand.
May I speak with her, Professor?
For a moment.
Marta, it was Paul Lawrence, wasn't it?
Paul? Not really, Paul. It was in the sand. It was an arm. Lying in the sand. A human arm.
It was Paul Lawrence, wasn't it?
Hey, his car's gone. It was parked right there at the curb.
Put a call out on the car. I'll make a double check inside.
Unit 1 to control.
39A, code 7.
Spotted him heading down a county dump road, but he gave him the slip.
You stick close to the house just in case. We'll check with you later.
Clear.
What's this?
Metallic cloth, looks like.
Oh, I've never seen anything like that.
Go to 721.
Material used for outer space travel.
There's a prowler at the rear door.
Lockhart's like a pet mine alike.
I'll circle around this way.
There he is.
Wait, you're not gonna gun him down, are you?
He's a killer. If he doesn't come quietly, I'll have to shoot him.
But he's just a kid.
Sure, he's just a kid. I know all about kids like him. The county jail is full of them.
Paul! Paul, don't do anything foolish.
That's right, Paul. I don't want to hurt you. Now put that bottle down and come over here quietly. Come on now, boy. I wouldn't want to use this gun. Now put the bottle down so we can get back into town. Paul, listen to me. You didn't hurt her. Marta's all right. Paul, come on now. You gonna put that bottle down or am I gonna have to take it away from you?
hospital right away.
Doc! Doc, come over here. Fingerprints don't lie.
Clear.
Okay, you two, let's go.
Not a trace, not a solitary trace.
What have I got, Doc?
Nerves, my boy. Just hypertension now. What you had is an entirely different matter, and we'll talk about it when you get well.
What I had? What happened to it?
Let's just say that life can exist under different temperatures, and a fever of 104 was enough to finish it off. Fortunately for you and for us.
I just talked to Behringer. He wants to see it immediately.
Good.
I'm glad he does. The sooner we get rid of it, the better. Well, Martha, come on in.
Is it all right?
For a little while, I think it'll do him more good than harm. Excuse me.
Are you sure you got that thing fixed so it won't ever get away again?
Don't worry about it, Sheriff. It's in a metal box and it's locked. And in about 2 minutes, it's going to be on an airplane and no one will ever see it again.
Well, that'll be all right with me.
Easy, Sheriff. Come on, tell me. Did you mean what you said last night about staying here? I don't play games. I'm too weak.
How can I help myself? You know, women can't resist weak men.
And if I stay? Just you wait. Just wait till I get out of this bed. Just you.
Wonder what all the secrecy's about this time. There you go, sticking your nose into something that's none of your business. All we're supposed to do is deliver to the airport.
Yeah, but those people inside got me curious. You know that fellow from Washington, the way he kept looking at it, asking me if I was sure it was locked? I'd give anything to take a look inside.
Not me, I don't care what's in it. Come on, let's get moving.
That's your trouble. No curiosity. You'll never get any place without curiosity. You gotta find out about things.
Yeah? Well, I like it that way.
What harm will it do to take a look? I've got the key.
It might be dangerous.
What do you think, it's alive? You don't see any holes in the box? You think it'll bite you or something?
Always talking me into doing something I don't want to do.
Have I ever steered you wrong?
The bird, the bird, the bird, the bird, bird, the bird, the bird, bird.
They did a lot of movies like that back in the day, but you know what? They didn't make sequels out of everything and everything like they do now. I mean, that was the perfect segue into Return of the Crawling Hand or The Crawling Hand's Revenge or something along those lines. What about the skipper? He's pretty good, huh? Yeah, he showed that hand a thing or two over the course of the movie. It's always good when the skipper's in a movie. I mean, it's no giant spider invasion, but it works. So, hey, all right, well, I hope you enjoyed tonight's movies, and I hope that we actually made it to the end without getting blocked. I guess it's always just a wait and see sort of thing. You might be asking why I'm wearing this instead of my typical shirts. Well, Jamal Adams signed a 4-year deal with the Seahawks yesterday, so I'm happy. So I'll wear his jersey from my collection. And when I'm done with this, I'm going to put it right back in the closet with the rest of them. All right. Well, I will see you next week with another fine double feature of good movies. Enjoy your week. Cheers. Bye.